just like everybody, most people will say, and I was getting the link shared, I saw it on Facebook, and basically, when it was just too noisy, and I felt I was doing well spiritually. I mean, I was really at that point where I wanted to grow so much. I was fasting, 3 weeks fasting, just growing. But at this point, come November 2023, my son was diagnosed with leukemia, T-cell ALL. So there were so many, I was we're in the hospital, in the ICU. At this point, I had nothing else to do other than pray, and so my sister-in-law was sharing the link. Had other people, a friend of mine, Rufina. I had people just sharing the link at that point, but there's nothing else to do other than pray. So I finally got through a whole day of a whole prayer, and I was like, wow, I'm missing out. And so that began my journey. One of the times while we're in the hospital for the sepsis, a Sunday morning, it was at this point we're dealing with infection every day. There was fever. Treating the fever was crazy, and one of those times, they were also looking at the immune system. Was so surprised it wasn't even coming up at all. White count was so low, everything was just bad. One of those days, I remember, coming out, I was just there, and next thing I heard, bone marrow suppression be reversed.
Bone marrow suppression, bone marrow suppression, bone marrow suppression. If you are the one, put it on the live stream. Devil is a liar. I announce, let it be reversed.
I screamed. The nurse rushed in. What's wrong? And I was like, nothing. And I told my son, I was like, your word has been mentioned, bone marrow suppression reversed, and in 2 days his counts are coming up, and before we knew it, it was basically coming almost back to normal. But then we still were dealing with this infection. So, and this was about the time for NSPPD conference in Houston. This is 2024, last year, and there were so many words on leukemia reverse.
Oh my God, there's healing for leukemia. There's healing for leukemia. There's healing for leukemia.
In 2 days, God reversed that, and he's basically no leukemic cells and healed. My son was discharged from the ICU, and then was sent to the floor. We were discharged on Friday. They literally chased us out of the ICU. I have to mention this because God worked so fast. And then they chased us out of the ICU and took us to the floor, and we're on the floor from Friday. By Tuesday, we were home, and we were discharged. My son has gone back to school. He's not on any antipsychotic medication. He's not on any anti-seizure medication. He's not on anything for peripheral neuropathy, no pain medicines. The pain disappeared. He's walking well. It's unbelievable. I'm still in shock that he, because I didn't know how long this was going to go on for. He's walking well. He's made up for his first 9 weeks of school that he missed while doing his second 9 weeks, and in all of that, God gave him excellent grades. It's amazing. I mean, God turned it all around. So here, I'm just here to say, what God cannot do does not exist. He's awesome. He's an awesome, awesome God. And I want to say thank you, Pastor Dr. Jerry Eze. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for making yourself available. I pray that God will bless your family. God will protect your family, that you will never have an evil day. You will never have an evil emergency. And I pray for you all, Pastor Oguru, Pastor Oke, for your support, for being the errands, holding up his hands. God bless you, and God bless all of the NXPPD. I am so blessed by this platform. I cannot even begin to describe it to you. God bless you all. Amen.